The Game Awards were last week. I figured I'd do a rundown recap, if you will. This is from tomsguide.com, which is they did a tremendous rundown of everything. The show itself is 3 hours long, and it's got a half-hour pre-game show, if you will. I'll just go ahead and give you my thoughts on some of the games and stuff. First game up is Tunic, Zelda-like adventure about a charming little fox. This is from the pre-show, by the way. It'll be available for Xbox consoles on March 16th. Looks kind of a cute game. I can see people really get into it. First awards for Games for Impact goes to Life is Strange, True Colors. Haven't played the game. It looks mildly interesting. It could be cool. Then it goes to some ad break. But then the Reddit game of the year is Resident Evil Village, which I definitely agree with. That's a badass game. I really liked it. If you haven't played it, I would recommend it. King of Fighters 15 will be out February 17th for PS4, PS5, and PC. Not a big fighting game guy, but I always hear good things about King of Fighters. First big reveal, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. They're making a game for it since it's a multiplayer horror game. So it's kind of one of those, I think, asymmetrical multiplayer, I think is what they call them. Not really sure though. Yeah, okay. That's interesting. Homeworld 3 is coming in Q4 of 2022 for PC, courtesy of Gearbox. The best esports athlete, Simple. Natis Vincere has won best esports team. Coma has won best esports coach. 2021 League of Legends World Championship has won best esports event. Okay, that's cool. Whatever. If you're really into esports, cool. Telltale Games is back and looks like the first game from the revived studio is based on beloved TV series The Expanse. It could be really cool. We'll see. A lot of the stuff is kind of like could be. You don't want to get too excited about stuff. From Square Enix, we can expect to see Babylon's Fall on March 3rd, 2022. So actually not too far off. A handful of months. Chivalry 2 is available for a free weekend right now. They got a new expansion. House Everfall in early 2022. Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, a big expansion, will be available in 2022. Thirsty Suitors, a story-driven adventure game. It seems to be kind of a gender-swapped Scott Pilgrim. Okay, might be interesting. It depends. It's unfortunately we don't have a lot of concrete details about a lot of this stuff. A gameplay trailer for Evil West. The game will be out in 2022. It looks good. But we'll see. Have a Nice Death, a side-scrolling action game with a darkly comic art style. Early access will start in 2022. Not so much my style, but whatever. Forza Horizon 5 is one for best audio design. I agree with that. That was they did a really good job with like the sounds of the vehicles and so on and such forth. Here's a game he's been working on, or Takeshi Furukawa, Planet of Lana, on Off-Earth Odyssey. It'll be out in 2022. Hey, looks interesting. We'll see. Persona 4 Arena Ultimax will be available March 17th from the Switch, PS4, and Steam. Here comes the full, or the actual Game Awards show. Pre-show's over. First big reveal is a musical performance. Who doesn't love Sting? Okay, that's cool. I don't know where he fits in, but we kick things off with a Sizzle Reel, highlighting some of our favorite games from 2021. The drill, as it says. There's Jeff, our host Jeff Keeley's here, taking a moment to speak out against the Activision Blizzard, harassment and stuff, which is valuable. It would be nice if he had called out, specific things, but at the same time, it's kind of, well, I don't know if this is the time or place. Kenna Bridge of Spirits won the award for Best Independent Game and Best Debut Indie Game. Okay, I haven't played it, so I can't speak to it. Maybe. They got a new trailer for Hellblade 2, Senua's Saga. It looks interesting, but we're not getting a lot of gameplay with a lot of these trailers and stuff. It looks good, looks interesting. But here we go. Star Wars Eclipse. That's from adventure game developer Quantic Dream. It take place during the High Republic and deal with some of that era's greatest battles. It looks really good. But at the same time, it's like, well, Star Wars kind of dropped the ball, but Quantic Dream, they've brought some really interesting games out. over the years and stuff. So we'll see. This I don't. Global gaming citizens highlighting drag queens who become streamers and channels their love of gaming into a way to build communities. One thing I don't get about this: if you're a drag queen, why the fuck do you have facial hair? Isn't the idea that you're supposed to look like a woman? So like, what are you doing? That's one thing I don't understand. What are you doing? Uh, anyway, whatever. Skip past. I don't want to spend too much time on it. There's old Pete Hines from Bethesda giving away a bunch of game codes. I'm not sure where, you know, whatever. I guess, that's cool. I guess Lost Ark will come from Amazon Games in February. Looks interesting because I kind of like the art style, the kind of anime cutesy art style, kind of. The new Wonder Woman game coming out. A lot of this stuff, these are just like announcements and sizzle reels and stuff. We don't really get a lot of gameplay. Maggie Robertson is Lady Dimitru, the one for best performance. Okay, I can agree with that. That's fine. Alan Wake 2 will come out in 2023. This game will be a survival horror game rather than an action game with horror elements. Okay, I mean that's cool. They're not going to talk much about it until maybe next year, like early, summer, as it says here probably. They got Ben Schwartz voice of Sonic the Hedgehog, and they have a little Jim Carrey video. Yeah. Then they show a trailer for Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Okay, if you like the first one, as it says, if you like the first film, this should be right up your alley. Idris Elba's Knuckles, okay, right on. There's the trailer. We get some gameplay footage from Horizon Forbidden West. Still on track for February 2022. We get an orchestra. Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade will finally come to PC on December 16th. Which is just a couple days away now. Game Pass for PC is called PC Game Pass. Google games, highlight games you can play on Android, like Genshin Impact, Marvel Future Revolution. Nintendo makes it things for playing at, highlighting Metroid Dread, Amazon Prime Gaming, have additional rewards, all that kind of stuff. Alright. Oh, Simu Liu is presenting the Game Award for Best Action. The winner's Returnal. Okay, right on. That's Destiny 2: The Witch Queen comes out in February 22. I've fallen out of Destiny. I played it when it first came out, Destiny 2, and then kind of got out of it. A new game called Slitterhead looks really interesting and really cool. I mean, I keep repeating that over and over, but like I really like horror games, so this looks really cool. But we'll see. They got a Nightingale comes out in early 2022. Sci-fi fantasy survival city building hybrid, which puts you against mythological creatures. Okay, that's cool. I mean, here we go. Beat Saber, Lady Gaga, and the Oculus Rift 2. There's a short trailer for Lord of the Rings Gollum. Grubhub, Final Fantasy 14 crossover. Okay, alright. PUBG has a new trailer. It's free to play. Somerville is an indie adventure game in a sci-fi setting. A lot of these games, again, I'll repeat, it looks interesting, but it's like I'm not sure if I'd really be up to spending a bunch of money on games like this and stuff. Well, we'll see. Paying tribute to Cuphead. There's some Cuphead. I really like the art style for Cuphead. They got some DLC. There's a Sonic Frontiers, a new Sonic games, an ambitious open world adventure. I mean, it looks like the graphics look awesome, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Fingers crossed, I guess. There's Kojima, highlighted. Basically just talking about Nightmare Alley, that movie from Guillermo del Toro. Okay. Which Del Toro then appeared remotely to give the award for best art direction to Deathloop. I'm not a fan of Deathloop. It's kind of not a big fan of we'll just say not a big fan of the concept behind the game. But okay, whatever. Rapid Fire Awards, Player's Voice goes to Halo Infinite. Best RPG, Tales of Arise. Best Score in Music, Near Replicant. Content Creator goes to Dream. I really don't know Dream, but whatever. Best Multiplayer Game goes to It Takes Two. Okay, I can agree with that, because that's, kind of a couch co-op kind of thing. Joseph Fares is always good for an interview. Best Mobile Game goes to Genshin Impact. Okay, maybe. More ads. Lineage, Google's highlighting Lineage 2 on mobile, PUBG Mobile, Amazon Luna, Warhammer, Vermintide 2 is coming as well. Okay, whatever. Best Narrative, goes to Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, maybe, okay. Uh, Chia, whatever. It's a PS4, PS5 game. Looks like a really cool. I like the art style and stuff for it. It looks kind of cool. But Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League was going to show off footage before Amanda Waller herself showed up to squash the proceedings. Okay, whatever. Of course they ended up showing the gameplay anyway, or the trailer anyway. It looks kind of fun, but whatever. Forspoken. They showed a new trailer for the game coming out in May 2022. Warhammer Space Marine 2, third-person action adventure game. PS5, Xbox Series X, which I'm glad that they're going like current gen and not, let's leave the older gens behind. Like, sorry guys, it sucks, but Saints Row new trailer, but it looks like a wacky third-person open-world crime game. And it's like, not a fan. Look at these people. I've gone on about that in other videos though, so whatever. Alright, we'll move on. Fall Guys. It's a Night Before Christmas tie-in, Battlefield 2042, and Madden NFL 22 ads, Macarena, blah blah blah, this kind of shit. Western Digital showing off some SSDs. More awards. Best Action Adventure goes to Metroid Dread. I agree with that. That was a really good game. Dune Spice Wars. It's a 4X real-time strategy game. Looks, I'm personally into those real-time strategy games. I don't know about anybody else. So this is really cool for me. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Some of the Borderlands stuff is okay, but then it starts to grate after a while. You play it too much, just because it's like everything is just over the top, and it's kind of like James Gunn style stuff where everything's wacky. And it's like that kind of works, but yeah. All right. Among Us will soon be available in VR. I can't really do VR because I get motion sickness. Doki 5, Genshin Impact, 2 new characters, blah blah blah. Steel Rising, Metal Hellsinger, Rocket League, Sideswipe, Google Play Games, just more stuff. Okay, those look okay, but it's hard to say. Star Trek Resurgence will be available for consoles and PC in spring 2022. Best ongoing game, Final Fantasy, 14. Okay. They also won the best community support. That's cool. Reggie Fils-Aimé was presenting the award there. That's cool. I like Reggie. Rumbleverse, not my kind of game. Cool for people who like it. Plague Tale Requiem, sequel to Cold Hit from a few years back. Okay, right on. The new story trailer for Dying Light 2. The game looks really cool. I love the first game, but Crossfire X from Remedy. Fortnite Chapter 3. I'm not a fan of Fortnite. Vampire Masquerade Blood Hunt. I'm interested in the game, but we'll see. Maybe not. Imagine Dragons performs. Okay. JID. Forza Horizon 5, one for innovation, accessibility, and sports racing. GTFO. It's out of early access and full release now. Amazon Prime Gaming. There we go. Jeff Goldblum's playing Raid Shadow Legends. That was funny. But anyway, Halo. They show a thing for the Halo TV series. Don't show much Master Chief. It looks really cool though. But should have shown more Master Chief. Best game direction goes to Deathloop. Like I said, a few more quick awards. Best filming game, Take-Two. It Takes Two, League of Legends, Best Esports. Most anticipated games, Elden Ring. Maybe for like hardcores. I'm not sure how well it's going to translate. Because, it seems like... But at the same time, if we were going to go with the more casual stuff, it seems like the new Call of Duty or the new Madden or some shit like that would probably win for most anticipated. They show a trailer for or a story trailer for Elden Ring. And it goes on to more ads for a whole bunch of shit. Arc Raiders, third-person shooter. Okay, show a thing for the Matrix Resurrections, which is like a kind of like a tech demo kind of thing. It's it's interesting. Then they do a song melody. Druckmann's there to present Game of the Year to It Takes Two. Looks like that's interesting. Okay, right on. All in all, very long show, and some of the games look really cool. Some of the games, you're going to be disappointed by, because like they show these trailers and they're all well crafted and stuff, but then you actually look at the game itself and it's going to be crap. I mean, I hate to say that kind of stuff. I'm not saying specifically. I don't have any reason to say that other than just it happens. There's just games that come out and they're buggy as hell, or they don't perform as well. They don't allow you to do all the things like Dying Light 2. I've been hyped for that ever since they announced it. But then they had all kinds of delays and they had talked about this and that stuff. And I do think the game is going to be really good though. I do have faith in Dying Light 2, but not so much that I'm going to pre-order, because I don't pre-order games because it's like what the hell for, you know? Like I don't believe in pre-ordering shit, especially if you're doing it digitally. Now if you're buying the game physically, I can understand if you're like, I got to get my copy, I got to make sure to get my copy. But if nothing else, go to your local GameStop or wherever and talk to them and be like, hey, look, are you guys going to have extra copies? Because I'd rather not pre-order just in case. Or you can pre-order if you want and just put the $5 down, which I think is how they still do it. I haven't pre-ordered them forever, so I don't know. Anyway, uh, god damn, this video is 16 and a half minutes long. I didn't mean to make this one so long. My bad about that. There's a lot to go through. Anyway, I'll go ahead and wrap this up here, though. All in all, I like the Game Awards, although some of the stuff, they waste a lot of time with some of this bullshit. But at the same time, it's about Game Awards. Now, at the same time, I will say that there is an argument to be made that if it's called the Game Awards, then it should be all awards and no new game reveals and shit. But at the same, I'm not going to complain about that because I'm a fan of the game reveals. So, okay. Anyway, all in all, it was worth watching, but at the same time, I didn't watch it when it aired because it was going up against a football game, which I think is fucking stupid for them to put this up against a football game. Even though you're talking kind of different people, it's like it was interesting, like to me, but it's not. It's not one of those. I'd rather because I can go back and I can watch the Game Awards, So it's like I want to watch football live. That's just me personally, though. Anyway, I'll wrap this up here. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good one.